Speaking about your personal mission is to positively impact the lives of 700 million people. Can you elaborate more on this?
Yes, and first of all, about how the 700 million people, is that just a number that I thought up? It is actually a realistic number. And I calculated it by, if I work with pharmaceutical companies, for example, pharmaceutical companies that develop new drugs. And if we bring a drug to market 1 month earlier, we can save human lives. If we produce a new winning drugs, helpful drugs, we can reduce the suffering of potentially millions of people. But then when we go into the prevention, and actually then it becomes quite easy, because I give you an example, which is startling. I mean, numbers. 50% of all medications that are sold are totally wasted. What do I mean by that? So what few people know is you have to take a medication when your body metabolizes the medication, and that is different to each person. Now, when has your doctor told you when you should take your medication? That typically says, well, take it twice a week, twice a day, but that's wrong. So basically, to speak it very nastily, graphically, but to help people remember what I'm saying is, they basically take the medication and pee the medication back into the toilet without use. It has no effect on their bodies. That's the first thing. Then 80% of all health is related on very basic things. It is sleep. It is proper nutrition. It is fitness and mental well-being and others. But here, this has a big impact on people. Now, it sounds so basic that why even talk about it? Yeah, because it's healthy. Because rather than eating nutritious food, they overeat, and then they have high cholesterol, they develop diabetes, then they need to take medication, and it is destroying the body. I mean, medication is good if it's taken well, but I mean, many people are more poisoning their bodies and taking medications unnecessarily, and that creates all havoc. I mean, statistics, and from the US, 5% of the population in the US causes more than 50% of all healthcare costs. So these are people who are very unhealthy lifestyles. Now, some are unfortunate, born with a very bad health, but many people are just not self-disciplining themselves. They lack the information, and it starts with right thinking as well. So here I'm working with the people through seminars to help them how to think right, how to use your mind. And health starts with the thinking process. You can think yourself sick, literally sick. And I prove that to you. I mean, just like by very simple examples. You have, for example, I think I want to take my pen. Okay, I take my pen. So I'm thinking in my brain, and it sends signals to my muscles in my hand, my arm, and I grab it and I have it, right? So who picked up the pen? The muscle, yeah, but who triggered it? The thought. So basically, it has a physical effect. And when we think, in order to process signals, we produce biochemicals in our body, and these biochemicals, they can, like poison, hurt our body. So we can literally destroy our own bodies through our thinking. So people who get depressed, who think negatively, they literally think themselves sick. And here, helping people by thinking in a better, more positive way. It sounds simple, but it has a massive effect on not only the health, but also quality of life. And it also has also impact on relationships, because if you have a mother who has constantly negative thinking, she will not be the best spouse, wife. She will not be the best mother. It will affect so many different people. It may make her co-worker's life miserable, or neighbors, friends, whatever. So it has all an impact. And so I'm dealing on several fronts. So first of all, digital transformation guidance of helping companies to produce faster, better drugs. Secondly, to diagnose better disease stages, and then working on the therapies. So these three things in terms of process improvements, faster throughput, develop better drugs, better diagnostic, etc. So that is one area. But the other area where I work a lot in prevention and saying we need to think right. And there I'm coming in through linguistic programming, NLP, through emotional intelligence, through power thinking, as well as transaction analysis, as well as others, methods to help people think better, reach more their full potential, live healthier, live longer, and have a better quality life.